the breaking update coming in, viewers, of India's December quarter GDP growth that has risen to a 4.7%, and this is the latest figures that have just come in, that India's economy has grown at over a 6-year low of 4.5% in the previous quarter, and now India's GDP growth has improved slightly to 4.7% in the December quarter. So viewers, India's economic or GDP growth has expanded at a slightly quicker pace of 4.7% in the quarter ended of December 31st as compared to its previous quarter. The median forecast of economists put an annual economic growth that has been stated at 4.7%, even as we did see a bit of slowdown, but it seems like the GDP has grown this time to an all-time 4.7% growth. The previous quarter was certainly lower, but it seems like it has grown. The government had estimated the economic growth in the current fiscal year ending March to be at around 5%. But it seems like it has slightly improved as well, as India's December quarter GDP growth is at 4.7%. So viewers, even as we did see a bit of a slowdown that we did witness, the government had estimated the economic growth in the current fiscal year ending March to be at around 5%, the lowest of 11 years, and the government only targeted a slight recovery growth of 6% for 2020-2021. But the latest updates coming in that a 0.2% jump has been witnessed in the quarter third, that is Q3 GDP figures that have just been released, and India's economic or GDP growth has expanded to a slight quicker pace of 4.7%. Let's go across to our executive editor Abhishek Kapoor, who is joining us over the phone line. Abhishek, so clearly we are seeing a bit of an improvement when it comes to our GDP figures in the quarter third figures. It has risen to 4.7% now.
Well, this is proof that green shoots are finally visible in the economy and that the worst could be over. We have had a good monsoon last season, and it is expected that this is going to have a dominoes effect on the rural economy and then in turn on the overall consumption economy, which is perhaps getting reflected in some capacity buildup, and that is something which these numbers really reflect. We saw how in January the Purchasing Managers Index showed a 2 percentage point increase, coupled with a little benign inflation if you exclude the food basket, and also the fact that the global fuel prices are going to remain suppressed for some time given the overall sentiment because of the coronavirus scare. It clearly shows that at least the Indian economy, which generally remains little insulated in the present context, is going to get over the depression that we had seen for a while in terms of both demand and supply, and hopefully it will pick up, and these numbers are essentially a reflection of that.